Good morning, Salt Lake City. I'm Wilfred.
And I'm Huberman.
And this is the Daily Drought. Breaking news. The Great Salt Lake is drying up at a rapid rate, and Salt Lake City might not have water in 5 years' time.
Today we have Geegerz interviewing Dirt McEarth, also known as Dirty, at the scene of the issue. Geegerz, how's it going?
Hey Hugh, Geegerz here, reporting live from the Great Salt Lake at the scene of the issue. And I'm here with Dirt McEarth, also known as Dirty, environmental expert here to tell us what's going on. Dirty, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
I sure can, Geegerz. So right now, the western states is experiencing the worst drought in 1,200 years. Just this summer, this lake dried up 2.9 million acre feet just because of evaporation. This is a public health issue. Because the lake is drying up, arsenic dust is blowing up into the air, causing cancers and diabetes and cardiovascular disease.
Wow, Dirty, that's just horrific. Now, why is this happening?
I'm glad you asked, Geegerz. In broad terms, it's climate change, but this is a wicked, complex issue. Alongside this, there are three main actors involved: residents of Salt Lake City, agriculture, and the industrial sector. Currently, residents of Salt Lake City are using an exceptional amount of water per day. Compared to residents of Arizona, they use more than half. Agriculture is using 85% of Salt Lake City's water, and the industrial sector needs to improve their infrastructure and water planning as well. Governor Cox has implemented a water action plan to address infrastructure needs, industrial water use, and agriculture. Now the conflict here is figuring out how to allocate the water while keeping all stakeholders involved satisfied.
Wow, Dirty, that's really interesting. What are the solutions here?
Well, this is a tough one. Since it's such a complex problem, I'm just going to summarize. We would need more effective water infrastructure, stricter water regulations, and a long-term environmental management plan.
All right, Dirty, thank you so much. Back to you, Hugh.
Well, thank you, Dirty. Now we're going to have Fosie Jarwell interview a resident of Salt Lake City.
Take it away, Fosie.
Today we have Mr. Jebidiah Smith, a resident of Salt Lake City for over 50 years now. Is that right?
Presently, yeah.
Okay. I came here today to ask you about the water abundance changing in Salt Lake City. What have you seen that's changed?
Well, there's a whole lot of people with dyed hairs and silly tattoos and metal things hanging out of their face, if that's what you mean.
I mean water specifically.
Well, sure. Yeah, every day I'm pretty strict about I take a good hot shower bath and about 2 hours to soak my bunions, and that makes them feel a bit better. And then, well, I'll go outside and I just gotta run the hose for an hour 3, and there's plenty of water in the well here.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you, Fosie and Mr. Smith. Now, this is a scary issue for Salt Lake. Joining us today with some water conservation tools is water conservationist Marina Laguna. Please welcome.
Hello.
Marina Laguna, how are you doing today?
You know what, Hugh? I'm doing good. So my first tool and trick for you is time your showers. You can do it in 2 songs if possible, maybe 1 song if possible. And use a water bin to wash your dishes. If you let the sink while doing dishes, you can waste up to 10 gallons of water.
10 gallons?
Yeah, or 15 in some cases. Don't flush your pee every time. So we use the saying, if it's yellow, let it mellow.
Oh, you hear that, folks?
You know the rest of that one there. And then you can switch to a zero-scape yard. Inviting native species into your yard, like sunflowers. And
I love sunflowers.
there's so many good alternatives there. Lastly, turn off your damn water when you're brushing your teeth and you're washing your hands. Just things like that. You know, you scrub a dove, you turn it off while you scrub a dove. You turn it back on while you rinse it back
That's
on.
true.
Yeah, so many things we could do, you know. Most importantly, one of the best things you can do, Hugh, and community, is be grateful for the water that you have.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, Marina.
Well, there you have it, residents of Salt Lake City. You have anything else to say on the matter, Hugh Huberman?
Well, I don't. You heard the experts. You should just use less water.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Now to Pat Star with the weather.